All right. Look at that.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you didn't leave. I just put the timer on, so it kicks
No,
us out.
I accidentally refreshed
Oh,
my
you thought
browser
it kicked you out or something?
and I kicked myself out. I had to rejoin it.
What's
That's why.
up? I know there's other streams on tonight. My bad. It's just we couldn't do last night because we had a soccer game in the rain.
I also just turn this off because I can't see.
Sorry. But yes, welcome. Share it out. Invite your folks. If not, let me do this.
Am I okay? I'm good. Yeah, I don't need to see us. I just need to see the chat. I gotta get a second monitor. This is killing me. One monitor, can't do it. Can't do one monitor. I need two, at least two. And what's cool about the monitors I have is that they can be horizontal and I can shift them vertical. So I can have the same amount of space. Just two vertical monitors.
All right. So for those of you who are in the chat tonight,
Probably tonight only.
Tonight only during the stream. If you order any two oil, you could do 2 oils, 2 butters, an oil and a butter, but you get 2. Order 2 items. Add a bar of soap in your cart. When you check out, that soap will be free automatically. Tonight only. So that's on there. So buy any 2 oils, butter. So it could be 2 oils, 2 butters, oil and a butter, whatever you want. So basically for $25 plus probably like 4 something shipping, you're gonna get 2 products and a soap for free. The soap $5.50 normal price, but tonight it's free. And we're doing this because we love you guys. And we have a little. We've got a presentation tonight too. But let me go through. So we have Josh. Josh was first. I have a feeling Josh has us on the timer because he's usually first. Him and Elliot.
Right.
And we have my brother from the Crab State, Rizzle. And Dan B's going to try to multitask. He's ignore customers, pay attention to the chat. So he's like, hey, I'm sorry, customer. I got more important things. Jonnie and G. Lou are on the screen tonight. Oh, but you want to spend $1,000? But you're going to have to wait.
Yeah.
All right. At 8 o'clock, come back.
8 o'clock, come back. That's right.
Yeah. We have our buddy Shay who says, yes, you give a rotary dial phone to a kid today, they will lose it. Tell them to call 911 and they wouldn't know how to do it.
Oh, my God.
Look at Josh being very observant. I did. So every few weeks I get a shave, and then I did get a trim, shorten it up a little bit. It's not too short. It's my summer beard. I try to keep it shorter for the summer, nice and clean for work. I got some disco fever in today.
Nice.
Because I was so happy when I. Hey, Kellen, come here. And we have my man, Randy R. Man of my own heart. Randy. What's up, Randy? Hey, Kellen, come here. We have cousin Tommy. What's up, Pendeco? Yeah, nice deal. So, yeah, buy any 2, you get a free soap. Hey, go to the bathroom and get my jar of Disco Fever butter.
Pretty please.
Just take you 2 seconds. Pretty please. Okay, I'm doing work. I'll go get it. Be right back. Remember that. Dad, I need $20. No, I'm doing work.
Do you have any? Does anybody in the chat have VHS cassettes? I don't have any more. Any VHS cassettes I have or had, they're at my parents' house. For some reason, my dad had, he kept them all, and he has them in those plastic containers too. So
VHS sounds old, but I think nowadays you can ask people, "Do you have any DVDs?" And that's still the same thing. That's like
You know what's like an item that's hard to come by
You're
is
too tired.
VCRs.
Yeah.
Specifically the VCR TV combo. Like trying to find one of those. Those are tough to find.
So that's a combo right there. So 1985 oil. That's peanut butter and jelly sandwich with Avenged butter with this black vanilla food and something else. That's a combo.
Huh.
That's a combo. But I wanted to show people since this is a relatively full jar, so they just got it. You know,
Oh yeah, that's another one. That's another rare device too. The DVD VHS combo player. If it still works, yeah.
I wanted to show people. Oh, God, so good. Look how smooth this butter is. Look at that.
Yeah. It's a good butter.
I'm gonna tell you. Shade loves disco so much. Now, are there other beard butters out there that are just as smooth and good? Yeah, I'm not gonna say there's not. Yeah, me because I'm not stupid. There are. But my God, if that's not the creamiest, smoothest damn butter, it's now we take it outside in the summer, it's gonna melt. But
Oh
keep
yeah.
it in your house, you'll be fine. But it's smooth, no grit, made with real butters, um,
Yeah, right.
and it's just smooth.
Yeah.
Melts nice and good.
It's a
And
really good butter. Yeah.
but I think the best butter I've ever made, better than well, besides Vitality's, but better than my own butter. I mean, there's a few butters of other brands out there that I use that are just as smooth. But damn, that's yeah, I mean, and yeah, I'm not trying to promote other. I know that's not what I'm trying to do, but I will say this, and I plan on making a video. But I'm going to say this: can you find great beard care in many places? Are there many companies who offer great beard care? Yes, there are tons of them. So I'm not a believer saying we're the best. I believe we make some of the best products out there, right? But I'm not stupid enough to not believe that there's other products just as good. It just works for you. But I think what separates us from like businesses is our pricing,
Yeah.
our affordability. We don't skimp on nothing. We just price affordably. And I have a presentation about that.
Okay.
Yeah, you want see, I kind of like leading into this.
I don't know if you
I don't want to give too much about what I wanted to say. Like I censored myself a little bit because I don't want to say too much because I have a video promotional idea, and if I say too much now, then someone else will do it. So I have something. It's a good thing. It's not a bad thing.
Okay.
So we're gonna go into our Don't eat that.
I don't eat. No, I was just smelling strawberry dreams again. I was like, yeah, I really like this one. I'm gonna start wearing this more.
Yeah.
I stick to Steel Horse more, but I gotta start the strawberry
I'm
dreams.
on a disco fever kick. Like
Yeah,
I
you
was
are.
wearing
Yeah.
Anton like crazy until I ran out, and then
Yeah.
I ordered this from my own company. But and we've talked about many times of like how and why our pricing is the way it is. But I made a visual from before. I just updated it, just to kind of show people who are visual learners, right?
Right.
So
Right.
let's put this on there, and you can see this, right? Everybody can see this.
Yes.
And
I
keep
can
in
see
mind, I'm not referencing any other company but mine. I'm not dogging anybody. This is just an educational piece. The cost of goods, especially, are just hypothetical. I did a rough ballpark, but I made it equal. So if you look on the screen right here, can you see it?
Yep.
Where it says retro beards, right? We sell for $12. No discount code, no commissions to the affiliate discount code. Take away the cost of goods, $3. That's a $9 profit on the oil, 75% profit. That's how we can stay in business, how we can make it work, because we don't do all those other things. We basically gave it to you up front. Let's look at others. So just without a sale, just a normal. I use a 10% discount code. If you say you sell your oil for $19.99, well, after the customer uses Johnny G for a discount code, now you made $17.99 off that sale. Well, now you got to pay Johnny G because Johnny G's discount code was used. You got to give him his 20%. So
right.
after that 20%, well, that's $14.39 left out of that sale. Well, you got to take your cost of goods out of that, $33. So then your profit is $11.39, which isn't bad off a $20 item. You made $11.39, but your profit margin is only 57%. So while another brand may have a higher profit, their margin's lower than ours, and we still offer you a better price, and we can stay in business.
Yep.
And if you look at, if they do a sale, let's say you do a 30% sale, my Johnny's affiliate code is now 30% off because it's a big sale we're doing. So that $19.99 item, they use that discount code for 30% off. So he brings in $13.99. Well, he still got to pay Johnny G his commission,
That's
which
right.
now
Give my
takes
money.
me to $11.19 because Johnny needs his money, right?
That's right.
He did the work.
Damn-
He
damn
promoted
right.
it. It's $11.19. Well, then you take your cost of goods out of that, which is $3. Is what we're saying is $3. Dang, his profit's $8.19. Still not bad, but his profit margin is only 41%. So if you're gonna go with profit margin wise, we have probably one of the highest profit margins because we don't have to worry about any of the sales, any of the commissions, any of that stuff. It's all built in. So does that make sense? Does that
Yeah.
help people understand? Because they get a lot of questions like, how can you price that low?
Yeah.
Our cost of goods are just about the same as everybody else's. The products aren't. I'm not going to the grocery store and buying bottles of olive oil, nothing like that. Legit resourcing, all this stuff. We just cut out all the discounts. We just load them up on top, give them to you as a lower priced item, and we can still function. $2.39 isn't going to put us out of business. So
Right.
that, ladies and gentlemen, is how we're able to do that.
Yeah.
So I don't reveal my sources, sir. But some, yes, not all.
Mail.
I use all the same suppliers I've always used. I haven't switched any suppliers. I have the ones that I trust. So, I mean, I think if you know what a supplier brings and the quality, I mean, like, you're gonna stay with them. What did he say? You tasted something? What are you eating?
He said he saw me lick the, but I was just smelling it. My goodness, he's got a wild imagination. This guy.
Yes. Oh no, I know you know. There's a difference between friends knowing things in the background. I don't give out suppliers and stuff unless it's necessary. Because I just like, I don't know. I don't know where Nike sources their rubber from. I don't know. So, but yeah, I use the same suppliers I've always had. But yeah, Jason. So that's what we're saying, and I have to preface this, and Johnny will tell you the same thing. We are not referring or indicating that any price that anybody chooses is bad. We're not doing that. People do what is best for them and what they have figured out.
Yeah.
We're just explaining how we're able to do what we do and stay afloat. Now, it does limit us sometimes because even if you, now I will tell you if I made a chart for it, where we would get hit hard is if we sold for $20 and no one used the code at all, we had to pay anybody. Well, then we're losing on a $17 profit versus a $9 profit. No, I know you wouldn't. I know you wouldn't. So yeah. So kudos to those who sell at the prices they want to and don't offer codes and do good. That's how they're able to do extra things. We're just a little slower on growth. Um, but that doesn't mean a $40 product is terrible. That don't mean now if it was like $3, I'd be skeptical.
Huh.
I'd be more skeptical on anything under probably $8. Um, but yeah, so that's impressing. I don't want to. It's a horse I feel like we've beaten, but I feel like
Yeah,
that's
it's just a good refresher, just in case people didn't know.
well, that horse is going to have to take some beating for a while because it's part of. We have to educate people on how we're able to do it because there's the stigma is the lower the price, the worse the product in this industry. It's just what it is.
Yeah,
Because people think oh, you get what you pay for.
wasn't
In some
there?
aspects, I'm sure a $20 burger might taste better than a 50-cent burger or a thirty
I don't
thousand
know about
dollar
that. I
car.
don't know because I can make a burger at
30,000.
home. I can make a burger at home that'll beat restaurant
Yeah.
burgers. I'll tell you right
Okay.
now.
Not homemade. Hush up. But I bet you a $30,000 car will probably last longer than a $200 car.
Yeah,
Probably.
maybe,
Sometimes you
maybe.
get what you pay
Yeah,
for.
yeah.
Um,
Unless that
but it
$200
doesn't.
car was sold by a senile old lady that kept it in her garage forever.
But it's not true. But that idea is not universal. It's not
Yeah.
always the
I hear you.
same.
I hear you.
Um,
I know what you're saying. I'm just joking, making jokes here.
and so like this drink I have, Celsius. Some places sell it for $3.99. You can get this for $1.50. It's
Yeah,
the same damn thing,
same thing. Yeah, you go to Dollar
right?
Tree. You go to Dollar
But
Tree,
you
you get them cheaper. Yeah,
but you get what you pay for. So the $3.50 Celsius tastes better than the $1.50 one.
right. Always.
No, no.
You know what you're paying? Some places sell them warm, so they're cheaper and warm. Some places put them in a cooler and they sell it colder, so they charge more because of convenience of it being cold or ready to drink.
I wonder if
I think that's it.
that really happens.
Yeah.
So we've already been going for 17 minutes, and we have failed our viewers. We did not ask them how their week was.
Oh,
We didn't do that, John.
that's
You
okay.
didn't ask. I didn't ask. We failed.
They
So-
know. They should know. Like
So, you lovely folks who are spending a little evening with us because this is not our normal night. So I know there's lots of other things going on in the world. I apologize for that. We had our last soccer game of the season was last night. So, how was your guys' week? Anything exciting happen? Anything bad happen? Anything worth talking about? Anything? Johnny, how was your week? How's your bicep? Let's show everybody that because it wasn't
you want to
bruised
see
up
the
last week.
Yeah, it wasn't bruised up. The bruise just kind
You
of
told the
came
story,
on.
but you
Yeah, the bruise just came on like a day or two ago. I gotta get my sweater off because it's freezing. It went from summer weather to freaking winter in a matter of a day or two. Let's see if I can. Yeah, see that?
Whew.
It's a partial tear. I mean, you can't
Nice.
see the rest of it, but it's pretty black and blue all the way around, wrapped to the other side. But that's where the main
Frankie J. Yeah.
that's when the main damage is.
Now, I'll tell you though, I've had actual tacos in Mexico that are cheaper than Taco Bell. So
Yeah.
just depends. But that just please just don't fall for the you get what you pay for as a universal ideology for anything you buy because it's just not true across the board. It's
Yeah.
just really not. Especially with us, like I will go toe to toe in any product and say that ours stands up.
Hmm.
And if you don't like it, I'll buy it back from you. But tonight, speaking of buying it back, as you can see, if you buy any oil, any two, so you can do 2 oils, 2 butters, oil, butter.
Yeah.
Buy 2, put a bar of soap in your cart, check out. That soap is free.
Yeah.
Free. Just for the night for the stream. So no pressure. You don't have to. We're offering it to you. Take advantage of it if you would like. If you're not able to, we understand. That is okay.
They lather up really good too because I've been using one because I ran out of soap, and yeah, full head to toe suds. I was like a snowman in there. No, I
So
haven't. I haven't gotten that yet.
I was gonna get to this question next. I saw it. I saw it because I did. I had some. So Erod, personally work related. I hope the personal side improves. Work related. Sometimes that is what it is. I hope it gets better, but don't let it upset you too much. The personal stuff, focus on that. In my opinion, you do what you want. The Sprite tea. You know what's funny? Dan texted me and he's like, "Do you think Johnny got this yet?" I'm like, "Probably the second it dropped."
No, I
But I
actually
had, but
didn't. I haven't got one yet. I gotta find. I gotta see where they have it. You
yeah,
know.
but you had a different Sprite recently.
Yeah, I had the Sprite. No, that was Seven Up. I got
Oh, Seven
confused. It
Up.
was Seven Up. Tropical
Okay,
7 Up. Yeah,
tropical 7 Up. All right.
yeah.
So I tasted the Sprite tea tonight. It's Sprite with just a little bit of tea. Like it really doesn't taste different ish.
Huh.
Like it's not bad. It's not heavy on the tea, if that makes sense.
You know what we have to try that just came out is the Selena Gomez Oreos.
So
They're horchata.
I saw that. So well, it says chocolate and cinnamon is what it
Yeah,
says.
but it's mimicking horchata flavor.
Well, her chocolate is not chocolate.
I know, but
It's
I'm just
rice milk
saying
and cinnamon.
if you look at the description, that's what they're going for.
Well, I still don't think it's going to be better than Post Malone's Oreos. His
All right, the
Oreos
only way to find out.
were the best.
I gotta get a
Well,
box. I gotta get a package.
not next weekend. I'll be up there. Not this weekend. Next weekend.
Yeah,
So maybe we'll wait and we'll experience that together if we could find them.
I know I gotta get them. Oh, and the one Oreo I was talking about a long time ago that when we were talking about Oreos is the I think it's
Good stuff.
it's the green tea. No, it's the matcha passion fruit Oreo, and they're the thins only.
Uh,
Yeah, I wanted to
Apparently,
try
there's a
those. I
mall
couldn't
here
find them.
that has a store with all these different chips from around the world.
Oh yeah, I just got in the mail today. I ordered Mexican Tostitos. They're really good.
What's the difference?
They're like they got like a spicy coating on them. They're pretty good. They come in a green bag.
Mango Mountain Dew. I haven't seen that yet.
No, I haven't seen them.
I mean, I don't really drink stuff anyways, but I haven't seen it. You got a little sinus stuff going on this week, so So how was besides your arm? How was your week?
It was good. I spent a lot of the weekend building a shit ton of furniture for my outdoor oasis that we have. Whole sectional sofa, table, chairs, swing, all that stuff. Which I got on Amazon super cheap compared to going to a store that sells it. Because we originally went to Fortune Off. Fortune Off is a furniture store, and they have a backyard store. They sell all backyard stuff. And for a table, a table alone was like $3,000 with the umbrella. So like we were like, nah, I'm not gonna spend that much money on just a table. So I went to Amazon, and for less than that, for actually less than half of that, we got a whole sectional sofa with a coffee table, 6 chairs, and a swing with a canopy for the backyard. Like ridiculously cheap, like way cheaper. And the only thing is that you got to put it together yourself. So yeah, but it's all said and done. It was a pain in the ass, but you just got through it.
So I've had the blackberry Dr Pepper. I've not had the coconut.
I had the coconut. I didn't like it. I didn't like the
Did
coconut.
you
Dr.
see
Pepper.
that they're coming out with a ice cream sundae flavored A&W root beer?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I know about the sodas. Well, right now, like me and the kids are into Wendy's Frosties. So like Wendy's came out with like the swirls. So they have chocolate swirl, they have caramel swirl, and the vanilla Frosties and the chocolate. And now they have the Pop Tarts
Yeah.
strawberry Frosty and the cookies and cream. So like we went to Wendy's and we were like, yeah, we want all, and we got them all. We got
See,
each.
they have the Pop Tart ice cream sandwiches now.
Yeah, the Pop Tart ice cream sandwiches. But like, yeah, we got all the Frosties, and we all like We were all we all opening up new spoons and sharing them. Like it was nice. It was fun. They really like Frosties, my kids. My God, it's because they like ice cream so much.
Yeah, 2 scoops. That's all they get.
That's it. 2 scoops.
So
Even today, they got 2 scoops.
even today.
Yeah.
So my week was interesting. So my boys, outside of regular soccer season for high school, they play in the rec soccer league, and we know their coach. He's a family friend, and his son plays, and my boys play. They're a good team. Well, this rec the rules, and I read the rule book. You're allowed to have guest players, so like kids who aren't really registered, but they can play a game or two. And you're also allowed to have kids play up a league. So you have the U19, U15. So from like 15 to 19 is on one team, then 15 to 10 is on a different league.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they have a player who I think is related to one of the other players on the team, who's 12. And he wanted to play up and play with us, with the boys team, because they're doing well and he likes playing with the older kids. So they had him play up. The tournament playoff started Monday. We play this team who the coach is a bad word and I can't stand her.
Uh-oh.
And this kid plays. He played 10 minutes. They beat the team 7-1, 7-0, something like that. This 12-year-old had pretty much no bearing on the results of the game. He didn't score, didn't affect anything. He played 10 minutes just so he can get some time playing on the field with his big brother. She complains to the league. The league causes our guys to. That game was now a forfeit, so we lost. The other team gets to win. The coach was suspended for last night's game.
Jeez.
So even if they won last night, because the way it is in their tournament, every team plays 2 games. And then if you win the game, you get 6 points or 3 points. If you lose the game, you get 1 and something like that towards the standings. So since our boys had to forfeit now, Monday's game, they were at a disadvantage. So their game last night, regardless if they won, they weren't going to advance in the tournament and play for the championship. So last night they play. We show up. And this coach for the other team was at the game. Her team wasn't playing. She was there just to cause shit. So standing in front of the stands where we were going to sit, and I walk up, and she's talking to someone, and she points over to my boys and their team, saying, well, team looks a lot different today than it did Monday. The only difference was one, the 12-year-old wasn't there, and then 2 of our players who are seniors were at their senior high school award banquet, so they were gone. There was no additions, right? So I confronted her. I said, why do you have to talk S about these kids in this team? I said, just because you got spanked Monday and there was a 12-year-old playing for 10 minutes and you cried about it, you're going to show up here just to talk shit. So I got in a mat. Like, I wasn't having it. Well, the boys destroyed this team 9-1, and they only scored off a mishap. The other team destroyed them. It's so bad that, like, the assistant coach who was taking over, he had players who normally play in the backfield playing up front, and they vice versa, so the other guys can get chances to score. They're just mopping the floor with them. We would have been in the championship game. So the results came out today to show who's going to be in the championship game, and the team that we've already destroyed is playing in the championship game. Our boys would have been in there, but this chick, and she complains during every league, every indoor soccer, outdoor, she complains every year, every season about something because they get destroyed. So that was my week. I was pissed, and I would never have said nothing or confronted her when I walked up, and she's talking shit about. And she's like an older, mean-looking lady, like one of those mean cat ladies.
Gotcha.
Just talking shit about our team. I'm like, come on. First of all, they're my kids out there. Second of all, the whole team are my kids. Like, they all go to high school together. They've been playing together for years. You're not going to talk trash about them. I'm not going to sit there and just let you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, these are kids. The fact that you got upset, and she's like, well, he had a 12-year-old, and you can't. And like the rule books, I said, under Rule 3H, a kid can play up a grade or up an age group.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I was mad. She was like, "Man." I'm like, "Yeah." Oh, I was off. My wife was telling me to shut up so we didn't get kicked out because the refs would cancel the game if the parents are going crazy.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
So So the coach from the other team, so our coach who was not allowed to be on the bench and coach for the game, he was allowed to spectate because his son's on the team. So he comes and he's standing there towards the edge, standing against the fence, not on the bleachers. So I go over there and stand with him with a couple other parents. This other coach who complained, she's texting the president of the league that he's there. So our coach gets a text saying, "Hey, Angel, we're at a work event, so I can't be there, but I keep getting texts about you being there. Can you just go stand off to the side?" And he's like, "I am off to the side. I haven't said a single word to anybody. I'm watching my son play. I haven't done a thing."
It's
But this
Gary.
other coach, no, well, and the other coach is standing there. She's sitting there all night texting, so we know she's complaining. And like, look, he's not doing anything. You're just mad because every year his team beats you, makes you look ridiculous, and you're supposed to be the better team because you're from the bigger city. We're the small little podunk hillbilly kids who are destroying you in soccer. So I was pissed. I'm like, really? So I looked at the coach and I said, "Ain't that some shit? Like, you ain't doing nothing. You haven't said a single word about nothing. You just sit here watching the game, and people are texting the president of the league complaining that you're here. Like, your son's out there. It's his last game with his buddies."
Right.
So,
those last games are like super important. They're like all emotional and stuff like that because like then the kids are not going to play like that again. Like,
yeah. Well, the boys showed up. They destroyed this team. And the funny thing is, the team they were playing had a kid who wasn't eligible because he's 19. He plays for the community college.
Mm-hmm.
But no one complained about that because he graduated early. And the rules say if you graduate high school, if you're enrolled in college, you can't play, even if you're 17.
Okay. Huh.
But they were letting him. So it was just dumb.
Hmm.
But yeah, but she was so upset because a 12-year-old played up on the team and they lost. But he had no bearing on the game. He wasn't that great where he's going to, this 12-year-old's not scoring on all these teenagers.
Right. So after you confronted this woman, did she stop or she continued?
Well, eventually, she kept talking to her little group whispering, but I
Uh-huh.
stopped because my wife yelled at me.
Yeah, why do they always yell at us whenever like,
Well, because she didn't want the rest to call the game off because I was
yeah, I hear you.
being, aggressive.
Like whenever I go, I try to correct the situation or like address something that's really bothering me that someone's doing to me outside. My wife she always grabs my arm like stop. I'm like, what do you mean stop? Like I gotta tell this guy something. You know what I'm saying? He can't just stay quiet.
Yeah, and I wouldn't have said nothing, but she was standing in front of the thing, talking shit about my kids and their team as I walk up. She didn't know who I was, so she's just talking, and I'm like, no. We don't do that. I was like, It's one thing to have sportsmen trash talk like in your game. That happens, right?
Right.
But you're a grown ass, older than I am, woman, and you're trashing teenage kids who are just. Our team has so much fun, playing, and you could tell they're having fun. They're the best team out of all the teams. They gel together. They play well together. They help each other. There's no egos. We have a few kids who are like superstar type soccer players who help the other kids and try to get them involved and get them to score. Like it's just a good team. So for her to shit on because we won the championship last year, so they were hoping to win it again this year.
Right.
Because they were in the new league this year because they disbanded the league in our area. Our team had to join a different league. So we were like, well, let's win that championship and bring it back here too, But no, she ruined it. The soap deal. Sorry, Frank. I went on a rant talking about my week. It's for the stream. I mean, I might leave it up for the night, but it's basically for the stream. Just kind of like a give back for those who are watching us and engaging in what we're trying to build here. And it won't be the last time we do something. So please don't feel pressured to order just so you get something. It won't be the last time. We really enjoy the soaps. So we have plans to do more soap related promotions.
Yes. There will be more soap related promotions. I like how you phrase that. It's good.
Yeah, it's good, right?
Yeah.
And thanks, Freddie. I mean, yeah. And I'm one of the more vocal parents. I'll be silent though until you start messing with my herd, and we're gonna have a. You know what I mean?
It's weird because like my wife will stop me, right? But then when she wants to go off on somebody, there's no stopping her. You know,
Yeah.
I'm like, and
I
I'm
mean,
like,
if
look,
this was like just out in the street, it's one thing. Because my wife really didn't want the kids to have the
yeah,
game called off because you know it was their last game of the season, and they knew that regardless of what the score was, that they weren't advancing. So they went out there and they destroyed this team. Like it was amazing.
mhm, mhm.
I mean, I felt bad for the other team because it wasn't their fault. Our kids were pissed off. Our kids played like, all right, we got you. We see what you did. And the sad part is the team that we beat Monday that complained, the goalie um, actually is on the high school team. But basically, our team is his high school team. He just plays on a different rec league. And
Oh,
he's a
okay.
great goalie, great kid. And we were cheering for him too when he was stopping our goals because he's a good kid and we know his family. We're friends with him.
Right,
So we
right.
feel bad for him. We're like, dude, you should be on our team. Like, why are you playing for that team over there? But yeah, um,
When's the last day of school for your kids?
I think they have a couple more weeks.
Uh,
Yeah,
yeah, mine's in June.
yeah.
We're
Like
gonna,
the weekend after I go up to your place, that following weekend they have a sand soccer tournament in Virginia Beach. We're
oh
going for
wow,
that, and
that's
then I
cool.
think the week after, then that following week is their last week.
Let's see.
Oh, you see what I'm gonna show you what I got in the mail. I got my Warp Tour VIP passes, baby.
Nice.
Because I'm going to the Warp Tour on the 14th and 15th. And this is good for one free Warp CD at Smart Punk Records.
Cool.
Yeah, so you have to wear this, and there's a bracelet. I got two passes, and there's a bracelet. You have to wear the bracelet, and then the lanyard. And I bought the VIP passes because it's a 2-day event, but you get air-conditioned bathrooms and rest areas and private viewing areas. I wanted a nicer bathroom. That I'll be
Yeah,
honest with you. I
yeah,
did
yeah, yeah.
because I'm like it's an all-day thing, 2 days.
You know,
I ain't trying to
we're at
poo
this
in a sweat
we're at the
box, you
stage
know?
in our lives where like comfort is a factor,
Yeah,
and you
definitely.
know that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to go to I want to go to SummerSlam, right? But like I don't want to go sit in the crowd with everybody else. Like I want to go in a suite. So I looked
Well, I'd
up.
want to be ringside.
No, I mean I don't really want to be ringside. I could be without ringside. I could get ringside. It's cheaper to get
That's
ringside
cool.
than what I want. But there's these packages, and I priced it out. I looked at it, and it's like you get a suite, you get full amenities. So like you get food and drink. It's all inclusive. But the only thing is that it's $5,000 a person. So you know that's what I was looking at. But I was like, I can't afford that, so I'm not going to go to SummerSlam. If I can't afford the $5,000 suite, oh, you also get to hang out with whoever is the U.S. champion at the time. So whoever's the U.S. champion will be in your suite with you while you're watching SummerSlam. So that's cool. But $5,000 that's a lot. So because I can't afford the $5,000 special suite seating, then I'm
Yeah.
not gonna go. Not gonna go.
And they
It's
also
because
give
it's
you
in
a thing
Jersey this
for
year.
30. Oh, it is
Yeah, it's in Jersey.
thirty
SummerSlam's in
percent
Jersey.
off in the van store. So if you go to the van store, you get 30% off.
That's cool. Oh yeah, just
Um,
get some
so it's
vans
$5,000 for the whole suite, or 5,000 per person.
per person.
Oh, I would say if
Yeah.
it's for the whole suite, then let's chip in and let's go.
Oh yeah, that would be pretty sweet. That would be pretty sweet.
Oh, my man, OG Fitzroy. What's up, OG? Beer looking fresh in that picture too. Yeah, that would be pretty dope.
Bro, ringside is only like I think ringside
They're expensive.
is like $3,000 ringside.
Yeah,
But you
and I know
get
you can keep the chair.
I think I gotta look at the package again, but like I think you get some FaceTime with some talent. I forget which one it is. Some wrestler. Um, you get drinks and you get food, and you're also ringside. It's included in the price. But it's like $2 or $3 a person. So like even that's expensive.
It is
'Cause
on my bucket list to sit ringside at one event,
yeah,
either
at
a
least
Raw,
one.
SmackDown, or a pay
Yeah,
per view. Like
at least
not
yeah,
a house show, but like an actual.
yeah. At least once before I die, it's like I gotta do that. At
Kind of
something.
like how you want to go to Entenmann's and or whatever that place is to make the donuts and eat it, whatever that what
Yeah,
did you say it
yeah,
was? Was it Entenmann's?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm gonna go work
Yeah,
in the
you gonna work
factory
there?
just to do that,
Yeah,
and then
like
just leave.
I want to, yeah, definitely
There's
want
a
to wrestle.
there's a lot I want to do before I die. I don't think I'll ever get it done. Just because money is a factor.
Well, do they have a thing like so with these Warped Tour tickets, with the VIP tickets? So they're more expensive, but I was able to pay them. So I ordered them. It was last summer when they went on sale, and
Mhm.
then every month, like I paid a payment thing that just charged me automatically. So I pay like
Oh, I don't know.
$40 a
Maybe
month.
I don't know. Is it financing? I don't
Um,
know.
yeah, kind of like shop pay or whatever. Because
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
well, I don't
You
want to
pay
do
in
this hit all at
installments.
once. That's a big hit all at once. So let me
Yeah.
do fucking Archie. Hey, some people know the ins and outs. Like they can get good. I can tell you if you want to go to a football game, especially in the holidays. I learned this. So last year for Christmas, we were going to Universal Studios, but since Arizona Cardinals were playing the Panthers in Carolina 2 days before Christmas, or that Sunday before Christmas, um, I'm like, hey, let's drive a little slower, stop in Charlotte, watch the game, and then we'll continue to drive the next day. Um, so I bought tickets ahead of time because I wanted to make sure this was part of my Christmas present to myself. I wanted to make sure I got tickets.
Uh-huh.
So I wanted good seats. I wanted to be able to sit on the side where the Cardinals were sitting, close to the field as I can. So we got literally on the 50-yard line, like 10, 11 rows up, right in the middle. Paid a lot of money for the tickets. We get there, and we stop by a Starbucks that's close to the stadium. We stayed in downtown Charlotte. We walk over to Starbucks, get coffee, and I'm like, you know what? We got a few hours for the game. Let me go online. Let me log in and get the tickets pulled up so I can just have them ready.
Right,
My
right.
tickets aren't there. I already have the email saying your tickets were sent. I paid for. I already had everything done, so it was paid for. I
Uh-huh.
know it was paid for. The tickets weren't there, so I called the company saying, "Hey, my tickets aren't here, and I'm standing outside the damn stadium. I'm a block away. The game's going to start in a couple hours." I'm on the phone with them for an hour and a half, maybe even longer, because I was still on the phone with them as I walked into the stadium. They're like, well, we can see you bought the tickets. We can see you paid for the tickets. We can see we sent them. We just don't know where they're at. I'm like, they're digital tickets. They don't just get lost in the mail. Like,
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
digital.
It should
So
be a QR code
they
or some
can't,
shit.
right? So they can't do nothing for me. So I go online. When I first called them, I look up what tickets were available. And there was tickets, the same section I was sitting in, but 4 rows from the field. So closer, 8 rows closer, or
Mhm.
7 rows. And it was, it was about $200 a seat. And there's 4 of us. I mean, it was still less than what I paid originally. And I'm like, I said, I don't want to buy them now because if they find my tickets and I paid twice, because there's no refunds, you know what I mean? So I'm like, all right. So then I kept watching it. Pretty much, I'm walking to the gate. We're outside the stadium in line. And the lady's like, well, basically, we can't find them. Nothing we can do for you. So I look back at the tickets. Now I can get them for like $80 a piece because it's somebody reselling tickets trying to get them sold so they don't lose their money out because they're not going to
Right,
the game. So I
right.
just, you know what, I'm just buying these tickets. We'll sit here and I'll just deal with you later.
Uh,
So so we get in, we watch the game. Later, I call and they're like, oh, we can't do anything. I put in a request for refund. They declined me. So I did it with my credit card. I did a thing saying, hey, I never got the goods. They gave me my money back. Then the merchant responded and they said, nope, the merchant says you got the ticket. So they took the money they gave me back. So
right.
then I filed, and I sent them and said, no, I said, I've got emails where I sent them screenshots of everything showing the tickets were not there. I showed them proof that I bought it, proof of the email saying, hey, we know you bought it, but we can't find your ticket, all this stuff. This was in December. 3 weeks ago, I got an email. Your dispute has been closed. We're refunding your money. We sided with you. So I got the money back. So that was a hard thing. So all of that just to say, if you want to go to an event like that, go. Don't buy your tickets on the day of and just wait because the closer you get, people are reselling their tickets who aren't showing up You'll get cheaper tickets. You don't have to buy in the summertime when they
Right.
first go on sale. All that to say that. Save some money.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do it. Yeah, my wife goes, only works if the team is shit. Like the teams were shit. So, but because I might risk, because so my team plays her team this year at her home stadium in Indianapolis in October, and I'm like, we got to go to that game. I mean, like it's both our teams. I mean, so we're gonna
Yeah.
go.
You gotta go to that.
And like it's not that far from us. It's closer than driving to Arizona. So we're gonna see what ticket prices are. And the owner of her team just died yesterday.
Huh.
Jim Irsay, the owner of the Colts, he's 65 years old.
Wow.
But he had a lot of medical problems and addiction problems. So like it was assisted.
Yeah.
I mean, like life choices led to it. Yeah. But yeah, so how's everybody in the chat doing? We've kind of just talking. So Fitz, if you just joined us, we are doing a promotion just for the stream. Any 2 items, so oils or butter. So you can 2 oils, 2 butters, oil, butter. Put them in your cart. Add a soap. The soap comes off at checkout automatically, so you get a free bar of soap for any 2 oils or butters or oil and butter. Just got to be 2. Yep. So $24 plus shipping. So you're looking at about $28, $29 for 2 oils and a bar soap, depending on where you're at.
I was also looking at.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was also looking at going to Universal because they had.
So I wanted the new Epic Adventure place.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. The new Epic Adventure place
because they have the Mario World, right?
They have the Mario World. They have the Dream. I think it's DreamWorks
Dragon, and
yeah, they have. I want to go all of it.
They have the Epic one. They have like the scary part too, with like the Frankenstein's. But don't go yet. Someone told me go in October. That's the best time to go because
I got to go whenever the kids don't have school.
They can miss a day. You can.
We did that already. Maybe next year. Yeah, we can probably do that.
But I would wait till like it's too new. I would wait till like the newness wears off, and then. But don't go for Christmas.
I guess it won't be so crowded.
Yeah. Now the new hotel that's connected to Epic Universe. If we go back, I want to stay there because it opens up right to the park, but you get in 2 hours early.
Yeah,
it's right there, and it's a cool thing. So I was waiting for that. Hey, Pendeco Archie. Tommy just realized his cousin Archie was in the. Tommy's got a nice beard, by the way. He just realized his cousin was in the chat. I'm sorry, I cut you off earlier, but anybody in the chat have anything exciting coming up they want to talk about? Any questions, comments, concerns? Let us have it. Johnny.
Yes. What?
Are we allowed to talk about that thing that you and I just each bought? Is that prohibited on YouTube? The drinks that we just bought?
Oh, it's not a monetized channel. I mean,
okay. So there's this company called Cloud Cola, right? Is it Cloud?
Yeah,
Cola?
Cloud Cola.
They sell pretty much it's like THC, Coke, root beer, or orange soda.
Yeah.
And they have it's a 6-pack, a sample pack. You get it right now, basically 2 for $20. It's buy one get one free.
Yeah.
So it's $10 a piece instead of $20 a piece. If you go to their website. So Johnny and I each ordered a sample, a variety pack, so you get 2 of them. You really can't drink soda or don't drink soda. I can, but
I mean, if you
pour to see how it's gonna be. If I don't like it, I'm gonna give them to you.
If you pour it high, soda, once it hits the glass and it starts to fizz up, it'll flatten out, and you should be all right.
Yeah, well, I can have carbonation. It makes it longer between when I can eat.
Okay. Because I do that with everything, even like beers and stuff like that, and regular and sodas. I pour them high so they fizz out, and then they get a lot of that carbonation comes out, and it's like not super flat, but it's not very bubbly, and it gives you less gas inside. So that's how.
Here.
I think that's how you're supposed to drink soda. I'm pretty sure. I don't think you're supposed to drink soda so like harshly like that.
I'm sharing this screen so people can see.
Oh,
I'll just go ahead and show
maybe. Yeah. Well, as long as we're not drinking it on stream. You know what? It's not a monetized channel. But the only thing is that like if you, yeah.
So there's a thing right now. They have well, you can also get 20% off, but um, yeah, it's got 10 milligrams of THC in the soda. So they got orange creamsicle, uh,
which is
Coke,
legal in my state, by the
cola,
way.
and root beer. Or you can get the packs are sold out now.
Yeah, of course, with a sale like that,
Yeah, it was buy one get one
buy
free.
one get one free. So
Yeah,
you spend 20
I will.
bucks, you get 12 sodas.
I will tell you the branding on this company is dope.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah.
Can you see my mouse on screen?
Yep.
Yeah, the branding is good. And it's funny, they started out as calling Peak. It was called Peak Soda or something. They
Uh-huh.
changed it to Cloud Cola or Cloud. Yeah, I'm like that was much better idea
Yeah.
because it's just dope print. It just looks cool.
Yeah.
And let me see. They have nutrition value on here somewhere. It's not that bad. Yeah,
It's
so the
also
whole thing 120, and the ingredients are good. If you look in the ingredients here, it's got the water, cane sugar, so real sugar, natural flavors, caramel color, hemp extract, um, some normal weird shit,
yeah.
and they've got uh, 10 milligrams. Yeah,
Per can, yeah.
they're
D9.
gluten free.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's find in store. What stores have it?
I don't think. Yeah, you'll probably find some liquor stores because they're 50. That is a 50 state legal product because of the farm bill.
Yeah.
That's why.
Now, all right. Now I'll show us our website. So you guys notice we got some new blogs up. I added 3 new blogs. How to fix a gritty beard butter, which you're not going to have that problem with us. Why honey in your beard wash is a game changer. Because we have honey in our beard wash.
No, I love that term.
And yeah, love it. And beard care in the 60s. I thought this was dope because, retro beards. It just tells you about beard care in the 60s. Nice little article here for you.
Who was alive in the 60s and who had a beard, and did they take care? Did you take care of your beard, and what did you take care of your beard with?
I think the only person old enough is Shade.
I think
I
back
don't know
then
if he's
they
still
probably just didn't maybe use coconut oil, maybe, or didn't use anything at all.
Well, if you read the blog that I wrote, Johnny, you will see.
I didn't read it, but I will
How
admit
dare you didn't read?
I skimmed.
You skimmed?
Yeah.
I know I text you like, hey, I added some blogs. Go read them. Yeah. So maybe like 5 or 6 now. I want to add a few a month, maybe 2 or 3 a month, at least one. We'll see. It takes time to get all that stuff together.
Well, this will get people to go read the blog and see what they did back then.
Yeah. Well, the blogs help with search engine stuff too, the keyword. But yes. So, anyways, you can't get the sell on Cloud Cola anymore. But if you follow their Instagram, they do sales like that all the time.
Yeah.
They're trying to get their name out, and I'm sure it doesn't cost $20 to make a 6-pack of that. So
No.
20 or $23.99 or whatever it is.
Yeah, it's if they're doing buy one get one, But then again, like I do follow a lot of like energy drinks on TikTok because they're on TikTok. They'll have brands that you never heard of energy drinks,
Yeah,
and
like Lucky Fuck energy drink.
not even that one. I have that. I haven't ordered it, but there's this other one that I got, and I totally forgot the name because I got it so long ago. But they were selling them for like like a variety pack of 12 cans for like I think it was like $12. So they were like $1 a can. They were like this new company, and they wanted to just throw it out there so everybody got it in their hands, and
I mean, if you
it's really
factor it
good.
in as advertising dollars, like, hey, I have $100 spent on advertising.
Yeah.
Well, let's give out $100 worth of free stuff. Maybe
So,
that's
like,
just as good as.
Yeah. They were $12 a can, and the guy recently was like, so somebody asked him, like, "Where's that $12 a can deal? That deal is gone." He said, and he said he took a lot of loss. He took a lot of hit loss just to get the name out there, the products in people's hands and stuff like that. And it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Makes me want to get into the energy drink market. We can call them retro drinks or something like that. But yeah, because I have an energy coffee or energy drink every morning, which is not healthy for you. But I mean, I got to do what I got to do to make it through the morning. So I switched to just coffee, just black coffee with some sugar in it for a couple of weeks, and I noticed that there was a little bit of a difference in my heart rate and stuff like that, and overall feeling. Um, so like now I don't get an energy drink every morning. Maybe on mornings where like I had a long night and like I only had like 4 hours of sleep, then I'll grab an energy drink. But most of the time it's just black coffee with sugar.
All right, 1 second.
Let's see. I don't know what they're talking about in chat there. So. Just Biscuit Mountain Dew. So we need some of that first generation Coca-Cola. That was the mix right there. I think it was in the whenever Coca-Cola first started in the 20s, 30s, or 50s. I'm gonna bypass the 40s because I don't know. But apparently that was a key ingredient. The schmokane.
Yep. Okay. Okay, the Mountain Dew. It'll be cold.
Mountain Dew is just all sugar. It's just straight up sugar. Like
Yeah, that's just sugar. If there was something I was going to say and I forgot, I got sidetracked by this phone call.
You were gonna say, surprise! Those Warped Tour gifts they're for you, Johnny. When you're coming over next weekend, I'm gonna bring you the passes. That's what you were gonna say.
Well, it's a 2-day thing, and this is what Warped Tour did, right? So they released the tickets last summer. They're like, hey, you got to buy the tickets now because this is the reunion tour. So they're only coming to 3 cities: DC, California, and Florida, or 3 places, and it's a 2-day event each one.
Uh-huh.
They didn't release the bands until January, so you're buying tickets blind. You're hoping they have a good lineup, right?
Yeah.
So when they first started releasing names, though, I'm like, who the hell are these guys? Like, I don't know any of these guys. And then they started releasing some people I knew. Well, they haven't told us which days which bands are playing because one day my wife might want to go to see some bands, and the next day my son might want to go. Like MGK is playing one of the shows. I like MGK. My son likes him. Sweco's playing one of them. Games we play. You met Games we play at Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
So depending on which days who's playing, and Avril Lavigne's playing. Avril Lavigne. Anyway, Avril Lavigne. So depending on which day everyone's playing, it will depend on who I take. But the bad thing is you have to wear this bracelet along with a lanyard. So you have to be able to adjust the bracelet so where you can still take it off, because once you slide this up, it doesn't go back. So you have to have it where you can see. I can put it on and it's still loose, so I could probably keep it on like that and not lose it. So I could take it off and you can give it to someone the next day if my wife doesn't want to go both days, because you have to have this and the lanyard,
right,
for our tickets. So you don't want to zip it too high to fit a little wrist and they can't get it off, because if you cut it, you're effed.
Right.
So they're smart, but I think they should have done something. The lanyard should have just worked, because it's 2 days. Like, why? I mean, who cares who goes the first or second day, because you still paid the same price.
Yeah. It's like when you go to an all-inclusive resort, you get a wristband and you got to wear that wristband your entire stay. So, which kind of sucks, because like if you go into town and you put that wristband on, everyone knows you're a tourist. So like, to use this stuff in the resort, you got to have the wristband. So
it's like that on the cruise. You had to have I think for the cruise. So I'm like,
oh yeah,
I'm on that fucking boat in the middle of the ocean. Obviously, I paid to be here. Like, why do I need to identify?
Yeah, but that's how you pay. That's how you pay for everything. You use your key. So like, I already ordered. Because I'm going in August. I already ordered the lanyards to go around the neck, because like I hate pulling it out and losing it in my pocket and all that other crap. So
that's what we did.
Yeah. I just won't. I'll take them out when we go out for the night, because I'm not gonna be in the clubs and the bars with a stupid lanyard on. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll be able to manage the card in my pocket then.
Yeah.
I'll keep it in my shirt pocket buttoned up.
I'd go on another cruise. I mean, my first experience wasn't the worst, but I won't use Carnival again.
No,
I would never go. No.
At least Royal Caribbean. At
That or
least.
Norwegian or
Yeah.
Princess. I would do the Virgin one, but that's like the adult only one, so you get kind of. I feel like people get too weird on that.
Your kids are older. Leave them behind. Go with your wife.
Well, the
on the
next time
adult
we
only
go,
stuff.
it'll probably just be my wife and I, because one of my kids was like, "Yeah, I don't care," because we went on a smaller Carnival boat, so it didn't have all the fancy shit like that new Mega one does.
Right.
So there was like you get bored once you do everything. It's like, okay, I did everything. We can do this again for 5 days. Like it gets bored.
Yeah. That's the only drawback. Like, yeah.
My wife and I can grab a drink and chill and be more fine, but the kids get bored.
Yeah. Like in the Royal Caribbean boats, they have like there's a water park on there with slides, and they have an amusement park with carousels and all that stuff. They have a full arcade, and they got a kids club, and they got all this other. They got a whole bunch of stuff. They have an ice skating rink in there. They have
well, there's that new boat that just got released last year. That's like the largest one now. It's got basically a whole city.
Huge. It's huge. Well, they're all pretty huge, But
no, I'd go on a cruise with like some friends, like couples and stuff.
I'm going with a group of 15 this time. Last time it was 20.
That's an odd. See, 15. That's an odd number. You have to have an even number. There can be someone's gonna be the third wheel.
I think it's more than 15. I'm just guesstimating.
Like I tried to book my wife like the pedicures and stuff on the cruise. She goes, "No, I don't pay for that." I'm like, I think it's not much more expensive anywhere else, but it gives you something to relax. If you're on a boat, drink a Mai Tai, get a pedicure, shut up and go have fun.
Here's a hack, a tip for you. When you go in on a cruise, right? And if you're interested in cruising again, what you should do is you bring about like just $500 that you just want to like toss out. Believe me, it's going to help.
Go to the casino, huh?
Yeah, and you play it. You play that $500, and then you'll start to get offers for free cruises in the mail that you can just go on free cruises
because they want you to come back and spend
right. Because they want you to spend money, right? Yeah.
That's a lot of money to just blow at the casino.
I mean, the two of our friends, they're a couple, and they're heavy gamblers. Like they're Diamond Club members in every casino, like in Vegas. Wild. And they drop so much money. They don't have any kids, so like they drop like thousands and thousands of dollars when they go out to gamble. So they did that in the cruise, and they have free. That's how they get to go with us and do stuff with us at cruises because they get to go for free. Yeah, it's I like cruises because everything's there. I don't have to go anywhere else, And I'm going up to Halifax, Canada.
That's where the Canadian cruise.
Yeah, we're doing Canadian cruise. There's nothing in Halifax. Nothing. Yeah. There's nothing. There's just city tours and stuff like that, and we're not interested in that. So maybe we may go on foot and walk around in Canada. But like,
has anybody in the chat been on a cruise? Tell us your experience. Come on, talk, guys, talk. What are you doing? Interact. My wife wants to do the Alaska.
I want to do that.
I want to do the Mediterranean. I want to go to Europe on a cruise. You have to fly there though, and then take the boat.
Yeah, and you're on that boat for a long time. There's a 4-year cruise.
Yeah, the 4-year one. I saw that.
4-year one. There's a 5-year one.
There's one cruise line where you could like basically lease like a room, like it's an apartment. You just cruise that you live on. The cruise.
Yeah.
And you get Wi-Fi and stuff. Like if you work from home, that would work. Maybe. But I'd get tired of.
I know the internet on the boat is really not that good. Like you can answer emails, but you I don't think you can do even with the stream because like I paid for streaming and stuff like that because I was like, maybe I'll go live. But
it's had a special like corporate package. Like it was better than what the normal guest would go. Would get. He was on the Mexican cruise. I mean, is that a joke, Tommy? Is there more to this? I feel like you're gonna
this Mexican cruise. They go to Cozumel and all that stuff.
Oh, okay. I thought he was gonna give us a joke because Tommy sometimes throws little jokes out there. Can he hit us with a bazinga?
Yeah, I don't know I don't know if it's exactly. I don't know if is that a quote unquote Mexican cruise? Like, what is that really?
Like he was going to the canal. Like I don't know if he was being serial here.
He was on a floaty on the river. With a sombrero and tequila in one hand. That's it.
What's something I really want to do, which my wife is against, is I want to, and this sounds really dumb for somebody my age, right? I want to go and backpack through Europe and
I don't know,
train hitch.
man.
Like when I say backpack, like just have all you need in the backpack and just train around the UK and stuff. Like, um, I'll highlight that a bit. Um, take the train, go all over England, UK, Ireland, all that stuff. Go to
Yeah,
different
that
places.
sounds.
Just you and your backpack. My wife's like, no,
They're
I
all
like to know
really,
where I'm going with it.
yeah, they're all really close to each other too. So like, it's not that bad. Like you can, it's like backpacking from New York to California will probably be longer than backpacking through all those countries in Europe because they're pretty close together. Like people don't understand
So
how big the United States is. Like the United States is gigantic compared
yeah.
to all these countries.
I
Like we
also
could
want
like
to
a small
take the
cluster.
train, like the Amtrak, from one side of our country all the way to the
I
other.
want to do that. That I want to do. I was thinking about doing that.
Yeah.
Just take the train ride and just
We
hang
need
out.
to do, we could do this together. We don't need our wives.
That's right. We
Like
don't
we'll
need.
just we'll just
Yeah,
we'll just bro trip it. What are you guys
road trip
doing?
for an
Johnny and I
entire
are.
week, and every stop we'll stop at a city. We'll meet up with somebody.
Can you do it in a week?
I don't know how long. I don't know. I don't. Is it a week or is it 2 weeks? I don't know.
I don't know. Who wants to go on a train ride with us? That's a hell of a meetup. Just meet us up in whatever city you're in, and then ride the rest of the way with us. We
Yeah,
just pick
right,
up
right,
friends
all
as
the
we
way.
go.
Yeah, we'll pick up everybody on the wheel.
We start as 2 and we'll end as like 30 or
Yeah,
whatever.
and just everybody brings a 12 pack with them. That's it.
Are you allowed to bring booze on the
I'm
train?
pretty sure. I'm pretty sure you're
I know
allowed.
you can on a cruise. People carrying cases of soda.
You can bring cases of soda. You can bring a bottle of wine, but you can't bring like heavy liquors and stuff.
I always thought it was weird that like they brought the cases of soda because you get the bubbler pack, so the soda for the kids. The pass was like 40-50 bucks for
Yeah,
the whole cruise. I'm
yeah,
like,
it's nothing.
why bring 50 bucks worth of Coke? I'll just buy you your drink pass.
Yeah, that's why I always get the drink package. People say don't get it or whatever, pay a la carte, but like, no, I can't do that because I have
We
way
do a
too
la carte
much.
for the alcohol,
I
and I'll
know
tell you why.
I do way too much. So like,
I don't drink much at all,
yeah,
if anything. I rarely do. My wife would be the only one, but you're required if
yeah,
one person buys it, then everybody in the room has to have it.
right.
So then we'd be buying. I would waste it on me. I would have maybe 1 or 2 drinks the whole time, and I'll pay the 20 bucks for that
I
instead of
alone,
paying 80 and not drinking all.
I alone make up the cost of the drink package because
What's the PCT? The Pacific Coast Train? Is that what that is? Yeah, Archie moved up to Big Bear. Did we talk about that already?
no, I have no idea. Yeah, he says, "What is PCT?"
Yeah, Pendaco, what is it?
Yeah,
Right?
right.
You can't just throw out acronyms and it's the Punani catching train. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I started on cruises. I started drinking right from the morning. I have mimosas in the morning, and then
Oh, you're one
after
of those
breakfast.
guys.
Oh yeah. I'm all day. I'm all day. At least by the fourth day, I'm like, I need to stop now. But by then, I already drank enough to cover the cost of the package. So you know, yeah, it's. I go cruises once every what 2 to 4 years. So
You've been on a lot since I've known you, though. I feel like
I think
you go more often than.
I've only been on two since, yeah, two since we started this whole thing. The other stuff was vacations, like going on destination wedding and going to Colombia and all that stuff. Which like going to Colombia, that wasn't a drinking vacation. There was like 1 night or 2 nights that we were all drinking, but other than that, it wasn't really like because you have to have your wits about you when you go to a country like that. You can't be all messed up and traveling around the country. You get robbed and stuff. So you get robbed while you're driving if you have your window down. It's not safe over there.
See, Pacific Coast Trail. See, I knew it was something like that. People be like hiking from Mexico all the way up to Canada.
Wow, really? That's
Wow.
crazy. It's so
Like on
risky.
purpose?
It's so risky. I wouldn't do that at all. My God.
Yeah. I mean, if you like to drink, if that's your thing, and you spend the money on that pass, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
but I personally, I like to have control of my faculties, and remember my
I have
experiences.
control. I have shit, man.
I don't. So there's some things where I
I'm a
don't have
machine.
self-control with the machine.
I am a machine.
I I I know how I am,
Uh,
so I just choose. I'm one extreme or the other. It's either all in or not at all.
okay.
So I've been choosing on that aspect of life, but not at all,
All right.
or very little if I can.
Yeah,
Right.
no, yeah, if it's not your thing, it's not your thing. You know what I'm saying? So, no
The
worries.
last thing you need is party G on a cruise. I would probably end up in the water somehow. Like
No, oh
that's
my God,
not
we'll never find you. But you know what? Also, what I learned recently. I don't know if I said this on last stream, but the drink package also covers milkshakes.
oh,
So yeah, exactly. So I'm gonna be hitting up Johnny Rockets. They got a Johnny Rockets on the boat. I'm gonna be hitting up Johnny Rockets every day, at least once or twice a day to get the milkshakes because I love milkshakes and they got flavor. They got a lot of flavors.
well, it
You know?
have Audrey get a milkshake for you too because it's not vegan, so she's not gonna drink it. So you can double milkshake it
Yeah,
at
no,
one
you can
time.
go back as
Double
many
fist
times
of
as you
milk,
want. There's no
but you
there's no
can do
limit.
two at a time. It's more fun. Double fist.
And then in the evening, I'm gonna have a milkshake. I'm gonna throw shots of bourbon in the milkshake. But during the day, I'll probably have milkshakes without, just regular milkshakes. But yeah,
So
man, I
Steven
can't wait.
says he enjoyed the tingle in his jingles. So I guess
Nice.
they used the peppermint one.
Yeah, yeah,
Awesome.
yeah.
I'm glad you like it. He messaged us earlier on the Retro Beards IG that thanks for that extra item he threw in his box.
Cool, cool.
That I mean that would be cool. I don't couldn't do it now. I'm too damn fat to do it now, but I would like that would be kind of cool. My wife would probably enjoy that hiking from one border to the other up.
I feel like I wouldn't make it.
I'd rather go downward, right? How about Canada to Mexico?
Yeah.
Downhill. Is that how it works?
I don't think so, but all right.
No?
I think the elevation varies,
I
but
mean, yeah, but like theoretically on the map you're going down. So
yeah,
in my mind, I'm like, okay, we're
curved.
down.
You're actually going curve because the world is round. So
True. You're right. It's curved. What are you Jesusing over there? My wife is saying Jesus and looking at her phone like
oh,
something.
I thought she was listening to you. It was like it's just like you're all sorts of wrong.
Yeah. Hey, babe, if you're gonna hike from Mexico to Canada, like through California, wouldn't it be smarter to hike from Canada to Mexico because you're going downhill? Who said that that's downhill? We're on the map. You're going down. So wouldn't it be downhill?
I can't
She
hear
goes.
you.
She goes. It's south, and you're sticking off the side of the earth, so you're going to go up and down, up and down.
Yeah, but no,
But the map says Mexico is south of Canada, so I'll be walking downward. I know I'm an idiot. I'm just making comedy here for the people watching. She's over here like fucking idiot.
yeah, exactly.
Well, like if you walk from Maryland to California, do you walk sideways? No, but you're going down. See you, Steven. Appreciate you,
Yeah.
buddy.
Sometimes I ask my wife.
You want to hear a funny story about Steven?
Okay.
So there was a point in time way back in the day, Chesapeake days. I had my little ambassador crew, and one of the guys who have his live in England might be from Wales. A lot of the guys didn't really mesh with Steven, and there was a little bit of drama per se, right? Well, and after all that squash, and Steven and I talked, and we just chilled and became cool. This dude was pissed off that I would quash things and be chill with Steven. Like he was mad. Like I can't let you do that. I'm like, fuck, people make mistakes. I make mistakes. He made mistakes. We make mistakes. We're cool.
Yeah.
He was so mad. I still haven't talked to him to this day. And this has been over 5 years.
Wow.
Well
Yeah.
over 5 years.
Well, some people
Maybe
just
7. 6.
I don't know. Some people just they decide and then that's it. But,
Randy
okay.
thinks it's funny that, right? Listen, if you're walking south, will you get more downhill action than you would if you walked north? Obviously, you're going to go up and down because the terrain, right? But would there be more down? I am seriously curious now. I know I sound like a flippant idiot. But if you walk south, will you have more opportunities for downhill?
Sure.
She goes,
You
it's
know.
the same path, you dumbass. So, I love my wife. But, just saying. And there are more opportunities. Okay? She says no.
I like when they get so mad.
It's funny. Yeah, man, I'm doing this on purpose. It's just, no, I don't want to repeat it. It takes a few months, so I think it's the seasons. Who wants to go through Death Valley, California in June? Not me.
I went to Death Valley in California. I went to Death Valley in I think it was in July. Went to Death Valley. It's 113 degrees.
Well, look at this. So let's say you're going from Mexico to California. You go up, and then you have to go uphill, and you get to like the top, and it just breaks even for a while and barely goes downhill. Well, if you're in Canada and you're just kind of flat, and then you go down that, right? So that's more downhill. There's more opportunity.
You have to Google it, right? And then put walking directions and see if there's an elevation chart. As your and as your trip, it will tell you. It should tell you. I don't know if they have the elevation thing on there. I forget which mapping program has it. It may have been one from work that I used, but it may give you elevation. So.
I just Googled it. It said, look, it says it's generally considered more of an uphill walk from Mexico to Canada on the Pacific Crest Trail. The PCT starts at the Mexico-U.S. border and travels north to Canada, passing the Rocky Mountains. This means you'd be ascending significant elevation gain while walking from Mexico to Canada. The internet just told me it's more uphill from Mexico to Canada.
That's not cool.
See, you can't argue with Google. Erin Elizabeth, Google just said
said her whole name.
It's generally considered more of an uphill walk from Mexico to Canada on the PCT. The PCT starts at the Mexico-U.S. border and travels north to Canada, passing through the Rocky Mountains. This means you'd be ascending significant elevation gain while walking from Mexico to Canada.
Sometimes Google is wrong.
Texas. Try sliding next winter. I like this one better. I'm going to try sliding the Texas Nectarines winter. I like that version much better. I mean, I read the corrected version first.
Yeah.
Randy, I think you're onto something. I want to slide the Texas Nectarines. That would be more fun. But hey, you can't argue with Google. You can't. Oh. So who's stupid now? She says I still have.
Oh, somebody fell upstairs.
Huh? Hey, Google said because you're going to go more of an ascending elevation. I don't think Google cares what you think because Google says you're wrong. Yep. See, Google must be a man because a girl will never say they're wrong. Google saying you're wrong. I am listening, Linda. She gets so mad. She takes her. So she's a science person, and she gets serious.
Yeah,
she likes geography and stuff. So nectarines are for snacking on the way. Yes, I mean if you're gonna slide to Texas, you got to have a nectarine or two.
One on each hand.
Yeah.
Double fisted nectarines.
No, I don't like the way that motion made me look. Good thing you can't see my hands. I ain't doing that again. Imagine what motion you have. Like, you say, yeah, no, I didn't like that. You tricked me, sir. You got me. Oh, my goodness. All right. Well, now that I've angered, how much time in your show you got? ¿Cuántos minutos? How much time you got left in that show? Oh, Coco. Coco, what's Coco?
Coco.
Apparently I am. Is it Coco Melon?
Coco Melon.
Oh, the movie.
Oh, the movie Coco. Okay, yeah, that's a good movie.
Yeah.
They're trying to do a
Coco Loco.
I think they're trying to do a sequel or a remake or something like that. They should just leave it alone.
All right. So I'm about to be done here, so we can watch our show. Yeah, you don't tell me. I pay the bill, sir, not you. That's how you handle those kids.
That's it. That's right.
Oh, Adrian, for sure. And I could feel what I was doing. I'm like, yeah, that is not the motion I want to be doing on the internet.
Yeah, we just need to stop that. Oh, man.
All right, so I'll leave the soap deal up for the rest of the night. I'll change it tomorrow. I'm
Okay.
probably messing with it. So if you guys will like a free bar of soap, there you go. Listen, Linda, I'm smarter than Google. No. Listen, no, you want pow pow?
Yeah.
I love it. No pow pow.
Pow.
But at Grandma's house, at Nana's house. But yeah, so thank you guys for joining us again on a Thursday, not our normal night. I think next week will be on a normal night.
Yeah.
So sometimes you have to adapt.
What is next week?
We're gonna go on, regardless. Just may not be the night that we want to go on because things happen. You have kids, it happens.
Yeah.
So yeah, we will see you all next week. Thank you for. Oh, and if you've got orders, I know a lot of you guys in here have got your orders. If you're on social media, post them, talk about it, do those things.
Yeah.
Help a brother out.
Yeah, I like to hear the feedback. You know, what are your likes, your dislikes, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Let me know.
In June, we'll have a new scent.
Yes, we'll have a new scent
Next
in
weekend, we're
June.
making it.
That's right.
Oh,
I'm excited.
It's the Dicky. You're an air dick and son of a. Oh, Adrian.
I'm actually excited for the new scent because I haven't smelled it yet. So
I can't believe you've never had that one.
no, never.
It's an oldie, but a goodie. All right, Randy, thank you. You guys take care. So everybody in the chat, you have a good night. Have a good week. Don't let anybody ruin your day.
That's right. Don't let anybody stomp on your flowers.
Yeah, don't stomp on your flowers.
That's
Hey, and like Miley Cyrus says, you can buy your own flowers. You can hold your own hand. So, all right. So you guys have a good night. We will see you guys later. Jonnie?
Later.